Hi Virgo, I'm going to do your reading now. It's a general reading. So take what works and leave what doesn't. This is for the month of August. Today is August 3rd and it's also a full moon. So let's see what's going on in your world, dear Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Whoops. Wow, I am having a hard time shuffling these cards for you. What's going on? Are you having a hard time? Some of you, I think, are having a hard time, especially financially. It's not for everyone, but I feel like there's someone out there really having a hard time. But I think you're at a point where you're ready to manifest a lot of what it is that you need. So even though you don't want to put any more work into a situation because you feel like, you know, there's nothing left to do, I feel like there is something left to salvage a situation. All right? So let's put some cards down and see what's going on in your world, Virgo. All right? Your overall energy is the Ace of Wands reversed, followed with the King of Cups reversed. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups reversed. All right, we got us a couple here. So we're talking about two people here, I think, who have lost a lot of, well, I mean, you've lost passion, you've lost, I mean, there's been just, I don't think you two have been on the same page for a long time. All right. I think you feel that you are in a position or in a place where you're just not feeling, you know, that energy, that spark that you need. There's a real disconnect between the two of you, and I feel like even though you two are together, you know, there's an element of being independent of each other, not in a positive way, okay? Independent of each other as, you know, you might be together, you might be coupled, you might be married, you know, but, you know, in this marriage, you, Virgo, I think feel very single. So what sits above you here is this Queen of Swords energy. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords and then the Queen of Swords. So I think you're at this point where, you know, something has to give, something has to get cut out, something has to change in order to transform the energy of what you all are experiencing. Because right now, you know, it's like the Queen of Cups, if this be your person or this be you, wants to move on. They want to free, it's almost like they want to free themselves from the burdens and responsibilities of what has come upon this relationship between the two of you. Because it's like neither one of you will compromise. Neither one of you will give. And both of you have now shut down. So, we have the Four of Swords. And I feel like the best thing for both of you really right now is to put everything down and just stop. You know, because to continue is only going to, it's almost like you're only going to fuel the situation worse. Because there's this element of not trusting what the other person is telling the other, you know, the other person. It's like there's an element of like, I just don't believe you. And I think that I just don't believe you is because, you know, in this union, someone has been left to feel like they're not part of the union. You know? I mean, you want to let your guard down, but you know you can't. And it's like you can't even let your guard down around other people. I mean, you're having a really hard time pretending that your feelings and the issues between you and your person are really serious. You know, you can't keep pretending and doing nothing about this situation. You can't keep pretending to do nothing about this situation. There's a big question about whether or not you want to have a future with this person. You know, because here we have the Page of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. Like, you know, it's almost like there's an element of where, you know, somebody rules all the money. And that's not balanced. That's not a balanced relationship. Maybe it's one of these things where you go to work, you know, and then you got to give your paycheck over to your person, and then they'll pay the bills. I don't know whether or not you're willing to do that. So, a lot's going on in your world, Virgo. But you can't sit back and do nothing. All right? You can't. Something has to go. Something has to go. Because look, you every night, you know, you stay up at night, it eats you away. Look, you're beating up your dragons. I mean, this is you battling your demons. And there's a secret. You know, there's, wow. I mean, all right, Virgo, look. We have the Empress with the King of Cups, with the Knight of Cups reverse, with the Moon card reverse, with the Death card. So I wonder whether or not you were dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign. Maybe you have a lot of water in your chart. You might be dealing with a Taurus. But I mean, I feel like there's this undercurrent of just not knowing where the other person is coming from. You know, not even so much secrets, but just not even knowing, like, where are you getting these thoughts, these ideas? You know, I think, again, in conjunction with this Queen of Swords, something's got to come to an end. Something's got to give. You know, because you can't even begin to trust anything that they tell you at this time. And you battle your demons over this because there's such an emotional disconnect with the two of you. Totally. And here, you're sitting here doing nothing. The Eight of Cups. I mean, you want to hang on to something, but yet there's a part of you that wants to move on towards something new. I mean, something's got to give, Virgo. In your relationship, something's got to give. Because I can feel your anger. I can feel how unhappy you are. I mean, and you're trying, but you can't pretend that the situation is as severe as it is. This is not for all Virgos. This is for this couple here, okay? Let's be really clear about that. Yeah, I mean, you feel like this whole relationship is hopeless, and there's no winning at it, nothing. And that maybe you just need to really put it down and put it to an end. There's a battle going on within you. A real battle. Because the thing is I feel like this couple particularly, you know, you were really in love with each other, but it's like now it's gone. But yet you're still somehow hanging on. So you cannot pretend that this situation between you and your person is not serious. You know, you don't want to do anything because you're going to get really pissed off and mad. But not doing anything is worse than doing something. You know, you got to end this. This is like so toxic. And I think you're at that point where you know that something has to give. This is a very serious situation between what's going on. You know, I mean, these are about your lives. It's about the happiness of your lives. All right, so let's see, Virgo. Let's get some advice here. I just feel you shutting down. You know, you'd rather crawl under a rock and disappear and pretend that none of this is really happening. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, you have to do something. I mean, you really battle with your demons at night. This is coming to an end, okay? Because you have to deal with this. You can't pretend that this is not a big deal. I mean, this has been really painful, and twice now, you are with somebody who makes you feel very alone. Why be connected with somebody when you're single? You know, so I feel like you might possibly run into another offer that will help you shut this door. Whether that's a job, a person, or an opportunity. But I feel like you're going to get some kind of offer that will help you really close this door, because you're going to want to move on. This is toxic, this energy between you and them. You know, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Can you transform it? I don't know. Can you fix it? I don't know. But, you know, between the two of you, one person hangs on to everything and the other one just wants to walk away. So, wow, Virgo. But I see this coming to an end. I mean, it's like you don't even want to look at what you guys had anymore. You don't want to put any more energy into it. You're tired of skating on thin ice, you know, just like nothing you say is good enough. You know, you're always on guard, waiting for the fight to happen. I mean, right now, you just want some healing for all of this pain that you've been feeling between you and your person. And I really feel like you want out of a situation that you know is very toxic. So, finding the strength to make the decision is, I think, what's going to be your theme for this month of August. All right? Yeah. You have to make a decision as to whether or not you can put this to an end. You cannot not do anything. I mean, there's an undercurrent going on between you and them. To me, this is the undercurrent, this Knight of Swords. You know, it's like, are you just going to continue to fester all of your emotions? You know, you need to make a decision. You know, because you want to feel better. I mean, healing is a big factor here. So it's time to get down off of, you know, your indecision, your indecisiveness, and really see that this is a really severe, serious problem between the two of you, and you've come to the end of your rope. You've got to deal with it. Really have to deal with it. And I think August is going to lift that right to the surface. So, that was intense, wasn't it, Virgo? All right, so I will see you at the next reading. If you like the reading, thumbs up. This was very specific to a couple. It was not a singles reading. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Check your other sign, see if maybe there was a message hidden in there for you. Or wait until another reading, or get a personal reading, whatever. All right, I'm around. All right, so I'll see you at the next reading. Bye now.